President al-Assad received Iranian Foreign Minister Ali Akbar Salehi. Our armed forces carry out several operations in Aleppo, inflicting heavy losses on terrorist groups. Russia halts the activity of the American Agency for Development on its territories. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our news for today. President Bashar al-Assad today received Iranian Foreign Minister Ali Akbar Salehi. Discussions focused on the latest developments and the situation in the region. Our armed forces have continued to chase armed terrorist groups in Aleppo and several districts, inflicting on them heavy losses, killing a large number of them, and confiscating huge quantities of arms and ammunition. In Aleppo, an army unit carried out two operations in Bustan al-Qasr, the first in a wedding hall, and the second in al-Fida school. The terrorists sustained huge losses. Army personnel also killed a large number of terrorists and destroyed an ammunition warehouse near the cultural center Omar ibn al-Khattab and bakery Al-Firdaus housing complex. Security men meanwhile captured several members of the terrorist group in Saif al-Dawla neighborhood in the city. The Syrian Arab Army also carried out an operation near the Vocational Training Institute in Maysalun neighborhood, killing several terrorists and wounding dozens. They confiscated Israeli-made weapons, BKC machine guns, RPG shells, sniping and automatic rifles, and sophisticated communication equipment. In Maskana and the governorate suburbs, an army unit destroyed a terrorist hideout, killing 3 gunmen at the forage establishment and destroying 3 vehicles as well as 2 pickup jeeps equipped with Doshka machine guns east of Mayer neighborhood. In Safira, the army confiscated large quantities of weapons and stolen medicine and equipment. An army unit also killed a large number of terrorists in Sajadan village in Khanasir and destroyed a terrorist hideout in Azayara crossing point in Bab Road. In Homs, our armed forces carried out a qualitative operation killing dozens of terrorists and destroying an ammunition warehouse in Babhood in the city. The army also targeted and destroyed a warehouse for storing stolen oil derivatives in Al-Hashish Souq in Homs. The destruction of the warehouse killed a number of terrorists inside it. The authorities in Hama have seized a Hyundai Tetra car loaded with a large quantity of weapons and ammunition in Hama eastern suburbs near al-Ahmad cross point. In Damascus suburbs, the authorities were able to liberate 4 employees at the power station in Al-Hajar al-Aswad who had been held by terrorist gangs. It is to be noted that the army had dealt severe blow to terrorists in Al-Hajar al-Aswad neighborhood, killing and wounding a large number of them. Audi gas station and the area surrounding the telephone center were cleared of terrorists. According to a military source, the terrorists used during the clashes with the army various kinds of weapons, particularly sniping rifles, machine guns, and explosive devices. Some of them fled in the direction of Al-Buwaida and Spain. The source stressed that the armed forces will continue their operations until security is restored to the areas in Damascus suburbs. The authorities clashed yesterday with a terrorist armed group that spread panic in Zabadani and Damascus suburbs, assaulting citizens and vandalizing their homes. The clashes resulted in killing terrorist Mahmoud Ahmad Burhan, the most dangerous wanted terrorist in Azabadani. The Kremlin ordered the U.S. to halt work of the U.S. Agency for International Development in Russia by October the 1st. The move is a blow to the Obama administration's avowed reset in relations between the U.S. and Russia, prompting leading Republicans to demand a strong U.S. response. The U.S. State Department confirmed it had received the Russian government's decision to end the agency's activities in the country. The Syrian government condemned the US-Zionist film Innocence of Muslims, which offends Islamic values, pointing out that producing, funding, and directing the film is a shocking act, as it defies moral and human logic. In a statement, the government said that the film constitutes a part of a Western project that aims at destroying the nation, harming its values, fragmenting its structure, and distorting its heritage. The Syrian government calls upon all countries of the world not to show this film because it represents an offense against religious values and a flagrant distortion of all symbols of humanity. Finally, in Afghanistan, protests against the anti-Islam film flared up in the capital, Kabul. Protesters burned the American flag and an effigy of US President Barack Obama, expressing outrage at the offensive film and calling to hold the offenders responsible for showing disrespect to Islam and Muslims. With this, we end our news bulletin for today. For more information about Syria and the region, you can visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Up next, the latest